Hi everyone, my name is Julia and I'm a physical therapist at Breakthrough. Today I'm here with a lower body and core strength workout that's geared towards runners. So the exercises selected in this workout are going to work on your leg muscles and your core muscles that are going to be really important for running. So most of these exercises you will benefit from having a little bit of weight. They can all be done body weight, but if you have some dumbbells, some pet food, cans, bags of books, something heavy, go ahead and grab that because we'll be using those for these strength exercises. So this workout is going to include your warm-up, a strength section, and a core strength section. So a leg strength section and a core strength section, and then a cool down and stretch. Okay, so turn on your music and let's get started. So we're going to get started with our warm-up here. First starting with just a light jog in place. This is just to get your heart rate up a little bit, get that sweat going. And the warm-up is really important for preparing your muscles for movement. So if you want to increase the intensity here, you can do a little bit of a high knee or a butt kicker jog, or you can just keep it at a jog in place. You do what's right for you. All right, we're going to go into a hip hug and a hip cradle. So starting with that hip hug, just draw your knees straight towards your chest. You can raise up onto your heel and keep your back nice and tall. And then we'll transition to a hip cradle. So you can grab your instep or your shin and kind of rotate that hip as you bring it up. And you can come up onto that toe. Next one is a quad stretch. Heel raise, so get up on that toe. Your calves are super important for running. And you also want to have pretty good quad flexibility here. We're just going to get a quick dynamic stretch on those quads. Get everything activated and ready to go. I'm already breathing a little harder, if you can tell, so that's a sign of a good warm-up. Next one's going to be FRANKENSTEIN'S, so alternating, straight leg kick. Try and pull your leg back down, kind of scuff it along the floor. Keep your back straight and knees straight. Only kick up as high as you can as your hamstring flexibility allows. So if that's down here, that's fine. Don't slump your back forward to get that kick up. Next one's going to be an overhead squat. So raise your arms up. Squat down, come back up, keeping your feet shoulder width apart, and hinging those hips back to initiate the squat. Your chest and your shin angle should be about the same. Switching to a runner lunge and rotation. So lunge 1 foot forward, open up towards that side, switch sides. So step forward, rotate open and reach up, and then put your foot back where it came from in that plank position. All right, the next one, we're going to come up into a standing lateral lunge, adductor stretch. So you should get kind of the side-to-side motion, get a quick stretch on the inner thigh, and push those hips back behind you to work on that hip hinge. The last warm-up interval here is going to be jumping jacks. So start it up. For low impact, you can do a side step jack or full impact jumping jacks. This is the last warm-up interval. You should be breathing a little heavier and have your heart rate up, maybe sweat a little bit by the end of this warm-up. All right, great. So go ahead and grab your weights, and we're going to start into the strength portion. So for the strength portion, we're going to go, for the leg strength portion, we're going to go through 4 groups of 2 exercises each. And we're going to go about 10 to 15 repetitions of each. We'll go twice through each group in an A-B-A-B pattern. So our first set of 2 exercises is going to be squats and RDLs. So I'm going to grab a weight for that, and we'll start it up with the squats. So you want your feet and knees hip or shoulder width apart. Weight focused more towards your heels. You can rack the weights up on your shoulders or hold them down by your sides or right in front of your chest if you just have one, up to you. And you're going to hinge your hips back into that squat. So let's start it up. We'll go 15 squats here. 1, 2, inhale to lower, exhale to lift. You want to inhale during the easier portion, which is the eccentric portion, lowering. Exhale during the harder portion, which is the concentric portion, lifting back up. And because I started talking, I stopped counting. So I think this is 10. We'll do 5 more. If I miscounted, you can always just stop when you get to 15. 14, 15. All right, bend your knees when you put your weights down. Next one's going to be RDLs. So for me, these are kind of the heaviest weights I have. So if you want to go for increasing your muscle strength and hypertrophy, increasing the size of your muscle, you're going to want to use a lot heavier weight and do lower reps. So something like lift about 75 to 80% of what you can maximally lift, and do anywhere from 2 to 6 sets of 5 to 8 repetitions. So lower reps and a lot heavier weight if you want to increase your muscle size, okay? So we're kind of increasing muscular endurance here. So we're going to go into those RDLs. So flat back, knees soft but straight, shoulders back. You're going to hinge at the hip into that RDL. So we're doing 15 of these. 1, inhale to lower, exhale lift. 3, 4, 5. Only go as low down as you can while keeping your back straight. 7, 8. Don't let your back slump over. That's really important for this exercise. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, good. So quick break from that. And again, if you want to go more for muscle size, you would be lifting a lot more weight than that. However, also if you don't have any weights, you can do this body weight, but this is, if you're doing it body weight, you're not going to get larger muscles that way. They will get stronger, but it'll be a different type of strength. So we'll go to our second round of squats. 15. 1, 2, hinge those hips back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, keep breathing, 13, 14, 15. All right, quick break from those. We'll go back into the RDLs. This is set number 2 here, 2 of 3. And start it up. So RDLs, 15. 1, 2, knees soft but straight, 3, 4. Make sure when you stand up, you kind of squeeze your butt cheeks together. Stand all the way upright, 6. Don't end up kind of hunched over at the end of this movement. 8, 9. You should feel an active stretch in your hamstrings as you go down, and work in your hamstrings and glutes as you come back upright to standing. 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, quick break here. We'll go into that one more set of those squats and RDLs. So I'm trying to be better at counting during this video because I often lose count. But if you just want to drown me out, just turn up your music and you can just follow along by watching me or go at your own pace. You can always pause this video anytime you need to if you need more rest or if you're doing shorter sets with higher weight. So one more set of the squats here. Let's start it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your knees tracking over your feet as you squat down. 6, 7. Don't let your knees wobble in and out. 9, 10. Keep your head in neutral as well. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew, all right, one more set of those RDLs. Quick break here and then we're going to go into it. 15 reps of those RDLs. Keep your shoulders back, hips level. Start it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep breathing, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, very good. So we'll drop those weights down. If you need to, you can pause here, grab a quick sip of water. We're going to go right into our next group of 2 exercises, which is going to be split squats and triple extension single leg heel raises. So these ones, we're going to do 15 on each side again. I'm going to try and stick with the same weight here, but for the split squats, we'll see what happens. So for the split squats, you'll put 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and then lower yourself evenly between both legs. The goal is to get both knees to bend to about 90 degrees here. So not banging your knee on the ground, but kind of hovering your knee just above the ground. So let's start it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and I misspoke. We're doing sets of 10 for each of these, not sets of 15. So go ahead and switch your legs here. Start it up. 1, 2, keep your trunk upright. 3, weight in your front heel. 4, Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, quick break from those. Going to the triple extension heel raise, you'll need a wall or something to kind of lean against at shoulder height. And we'll also do 10 repetitions on each leg for this one. So, lean into the wall from your ankles, body in a straight line. One knee up to your chest, your hip, knee, and your ankle are all going to extend. So triple extension. So we'll start it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Raise up onto that toe as high as you can. 8, 9, 10. All right, shake it out. So really important as you lift up onto your toe, you don't want to let your knee bend. You have to keep it straight to lift yourself up. So we'll repeat on the other side. And this should feel kind of like the body angle you're at when you run. Start it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whole body in a straight line. 8, 9, 10. All right, shake it out. And to make it harder, you just back up farther away from the wall. To make it a little easier, get closer to the wall. So we're going back to those split squats. So really important that both knees are stable during the split squat here. We're going to do 10 on each side again. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, trunk upright, and lower down between your legs. Start it up. 1, 2. Don't lock your knee out all the way at the top. You want to just keep it just shy of being locked out. So straight, but not locked out. 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides here. And start it up. Keeping your trunk upright. Lower directly between your legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Put those weights down. You might have heard my knees cracking during that. For me, it doesn't hurt, so I don't worry about it. If clicking and cracking isn't associated with pain, we generally don't worry about it. So, come back to the wall. Lean forward from your ankles. Bring one knee up, and we'll start it up. 1, 2, 3. Keep that knee straight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, switch legs here. One knee up, get your other knee totally straight, and start up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your core engaged. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, we got one more set of those split squats and one more set of the triple extension single leg heel raises. Whew, and I'm sweating and I got the fan going here already. So, get those weights. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and start it up. 1, 2, 3, drop straight down between your feet. 6, 7. Make sure that front knee doesn't lock all the way out. 9, 10. All right. And my knees are having a crackly day today. That's all right. We'll switch sides. Start it up. 1, 2. Inhale down. Exhale up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Bend your knees in a squat when you put those weights down. We got one more set of these triple extension heel raises. So I'm going to back up a little farther. Lean from the ankles towards the wall. One knee up. And start it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out, switch sides, other knee up, and start it up. 1, 2, 3, keep that knee straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Whew. Nice work on that round. So we're going into our third round here. We're going to go into our single leg exercises. So we're going to use no weights for this next round, or I'm not going to use any weight. It's going to be a single leg runner squat. We'll go one set on the left leg, one set on the right leg, and alternate back and forth. So you can always pause this video if you need a quick drink of water. Otherwise, we're just going to go right into it. So the single leg runner squat, hopefully you can see how this relates to running, because it's going to be kind of like a single leg running motion here. So you're going to stand on one foot. We're doing 10 repetitions on each side. So come down, keep your back shin as parallel to the ground as possible, and then up, drive your knee forward. And you can also move your arms in that running motion. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hinge your hips back into that single leg squat. 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Now for the other side. So you want to keep that knee nice and stable. So start it up. 1, 2, 3. If you really need something to hang on to, you can do this next to a wall or a counter, or tap down for balance like I just did. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right, one set down, 2 more to go. So going back to that left leg. I usually start on my left leg because it's a little weaker. I usually try and start on the weaker side, just so I make sure I'm not doing more on the strong side than my weaker side can handle, because we want to train symmetrically. So going back to that left side, start it up. 1, inhale down, exhale up. 3, 4, get as low as you can. 5, 6, 7, oops, tap down if you need to. 8, 9, 10. All right, switching to the other leg. Shake it out a little bit and start it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, all right, shake it out. We got one more set of those on each leg. So here we go. One more set of runner single leg squats. Trying to get that back shin parallel to the ground. Start it up. 1, oh boy. The balance on this side, yikes. 2, you can tell I'm getting a little more fatigued. 3, but do the best you can. 4, 5, if you're tipping over, that means you're challenging yourself, which is great. We don't do things that are easy. 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right, one more set on that right leg. Get your balance and start it up. 1, 2, keep that knee stable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! All right, shake out those legs. We got one more set of this lower body strength section here. It's going to be single leg RDLs. Single leg RDLs on the left side and single leg RDLs on the right side. So I'm going to grab one weight for these. As you go through the single leg RDL motion, really important that your back leg stays straight, totally in line with your body, and your back also stays straight. So no slumping, and don't let your legs sag. So pretend like you're taking this heel, your lifted heel, and kicking down a door behind you in slow motion. So really extend through that heel, okay? So I'm going to grab a weight here. I'll hold it in the hand opposite the leg I'm standing on. So starting on the left side, holding it in my right hand. All right, here we go. 10 of these on each side. Start it up. 1, 2, inhale to lower, exhale to lift. 4, 5, come all the way to vertical. 6, you want to work through the full range of your muscle. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, switch legs. Switch the hand you're holding the weight in if you are holding it. And again, only go as far as you can, keeping your back straight. If that's here for you, that's fine. All right, 10 on this side. Start it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, if you need to tap down on something for balance, that's fine, go right ahead. As you do these more, you should be able to progress with your balance. So I'm actually going to grab a second weight here. So I'll just have one weight in both hands. And the closer you hold the weight to your shin as you come down, the harder it's going to be. So you want to keep your hips level and your shoulders level. Don't let your hips open up on this exercise here. So make sure I got enough space here. We'll do our second set, starting on the left leg. Start it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to feel all the little muscles in your leg. 5. Working here to stabilize you and hold your balance. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, go ahead and switch legs. Set your shoulders back. Try and keep your shoulders and hips level throughout this exercise. Get your balance and start it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you have to tap down like I just did, that's fine. 9, 10. All right. Go ahead and shake that out for a bit. Quick break here. We have one more set of those single leg RDLs, and then that'll be the end of our leg strength portion. Then we still got our core after this. So grab those weights again. Start it up with the left leg. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come all the way up to vertical. 7. Kick that door down behind you. 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, one more set on the right leg. Set your shoulders, get your balance, and start it up. 1. Extend that leg behind you. 2, 3. Keep your head in neutral. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hips level, shoulders level. 9, and 10. All right. Put those weights down. That's it for the leg strength portion. So now we're going to take a quick break. Keep your feet moving. Don't sit down completely. Grab a quick sip of water, and then we're going to be back with our core burnout round here. Okay, so we're going to start our core round here. So we have 4 exercises. We're doing plank step-ins, side planks with a knee drive, single leg glute bridge, and plank kick-throughs. The side plank is going to be on both sides, single leg glute bridge is going to be on both sides, and we're going to go 40 seconds on, 10 seconds off, twice through those round of exercises. So here we go. Get my timer. Starting with a plank step-in or mountain climber. So you're going to start on your hands and toes, so step in or out, step in, switch which foot you're leading with. So you can stay here, or you can increase to a mountain climber. Or if you really want more of a challenge, speed up the mountain climber, but don't let your butt become a mountain. So keep your core tight, back flat, hips low. Keep it going as long as you can here. If you need to, you can go back to the slower mountain climber or the step-ins. All right, break. Transitioning to the side plank knee drive here. So we'll be in a side plank on your elbow and foot, and then drive your top knee towards your top elbow. Keeping your core totally straight. If this is too hard, you can do it from your knee, but try and challenge yourself. Do it all the way from your toe. So don't crunch yourself forward to get that knee up to your elbow. Keep your back straight. Use your ab muscles to drive your knee towards your elbow instead of slumping forward to your back. Whoop. Losing my balance there a little bit. Woo. Break. Switch to the other side. Get in your position here and start it up. So hopefully you can see how this is a functional core exercise for running. One, that bottom hip, your side glutes, your glute med and glute min really work to help you from collapsing, to keep you from collapsing when you're on one leg. And also, we got this elbow drive, knee drive here, kind of like your running motion. Keep it going. You can always drop to your knee if you have to. Woo! All right. Quick break here. We're going to that single leg glute bridge. So your knee 90 degrees above your hip. Press down through your heel. Lift your hips up off the ground. Core tight. You want to be using mostly your glute, not too much of your hamstring, and not too much of your lower back. Those muscles are going to have to kick in, but you want your glute to be the primary driver of this motion here. Again, since running is basically a series of single leg squats or single leg jumping and landing, you have to have good single leg glute stability or single leg stability, and your glutes, glute max, glute med, glute min, are huge stabilizers of the hip. Give that a break. We're going to switch sides, so you want to keep this knee about right above your hip, 90 position here. Start it up. So really pushing through your glute here. Sometimes it helps if you tap on your muscle with your hands. That can help activate it. And try and get your hamstring nice and loose. Push down through your heel on that foot here. And keep your core tight so you're not doing a big arch in your back to lift yourself off the ground. You can put your arms out to the side for stability, or lift them up in the air to make it a little harder here. Working on your core stability. All right, last one of the first round is going to be a plank kick through. So hands and feet, bring your knee in, rotate, kick it through, and then come back. Every time you run, you have to get some rotation through your trunk, because your opposite knee comes forward as your knee drives up. So you have to be getting some rotation somewhere. So we got to get that rotational core stability along with the straight forward and back and side to side core stability here. So working our core from all directions. All right, that was round one. One more round. So back into those plank step-ins or mountain climbers. Start it up. You can start with the step-ins, or If you're feeling ready for a challenge, try and do the mountain climbers. Get your cardio up a little bit too. But keep your hips low. Don't let your butt go up to create a mountain shape. Keep it going here. Core tight. Keep breathing. Woo. Whew. Shake that out. We're going to go into that side plank knee drive. Start it up. If you want to add a little bit more spice to your life with this one, you can put the top leg down and drive your bottom knee towards your elbow. This is a little bit more like the running motion since it's opposite knee, opposite elbow, but definitely works the core and the inside of that top leg in a different way. Ooh, take a break. Switch to the other side. So we'll start off with that first type, driving the top knee in. Start it up. Keeping your back totally straight during this exercise. And for some variety, try it with that bottom knee. Variety is the spice of life, so they say. If you need to, you can tap that foot down between each knee drive. You'll really feel it on the inside of that thigh and in your core. Keep it going. Whew, all right. Back to the single leg glute bridges. I'm going to start on my left side, my weak side. Knee up to 90-90. Start it up. And for extra core stability, raise your arms above your shoulders. You can always put them flat beside you for a little bit more balance. But the choice is yours. You can challenge yourself however much you like. Ooh, and I'm fatigued, so I'm kind of wobbling here. Try and keep your knees stable over your foot. Dig through that heel. Push from that glute. Lift those hips up. All right, switching sides here. So for this glute bridge, you want to lift up and gently lower down. Start up. You don't just want to plop down on the ground because that means you have no control coming down. So lift and lower, both directions should be under control. Really working on core stability. Your glutes are part of your core. Keep breathing here. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Keep it up just a little bit longer. All right, going into the last one here, those plank rotation kick-throughs. So on your hands and feet, knee in, rotate, come back, and switch. So getting a nice rotation from those hips. Your shoulders should stay mostly level, and you're rotating kind of from the waist down. Nice steady breathing here. You're almost there. You can do it. Oh, love that double beep. All right. So that is it for the core portion. So we're done with the strength portion of this workout. All we have left is the cool down and stretch. So And do a light jog here. Bring your heart rate down a little bit. We just did a lot of work. So go ahead and grab a quick drink of water. Keep your feet moving. Then we're going to come right back with our cool down stretch. Okay, so we got to finish it off with our cool down here, starting with a standing hamstring and calf stretch. So left leg out in front, hinge your hips back, reach for your toe. You can pull on your toe if you can reach it. You should be feeling a nice stretch all the way down your hamstring and your calf. If you can't quite reach your toe, that's okay. Just stay as hinge your hips as far as you can while keeping your back flat. You don't want to let your back slump over here. And grab your toe if you can. Go ahead and switch. So right leg out in front, hinge from the hips, keeping that back straight, and then reach for your toe. You should feel a nice hamstring stretch and a nice calf stretch here. Keep those hips level, and breathe. The next one is going to be a standing quad stretch. If you need, you can find something for balance, like a wall or your workout buddy. Grab that ankle, keep your knees close together, stand up nice and tall, and stretch out that quad. Your legs did a lot of hard work for you, so I would really recommend doing some foam rolling as well for muscle recovery and to reduce some soreness. But if you don't have a foam roller, stretching is also a good way to cool down. Go ahead and switch. Keep yourself nice and upright, knees together. Draw that ankle, draw that heel towards your butt and grab your ankle. So stretching can also increase your flexibility and reduce some soreness, but I actually prefer foam rolling. So I'll definitely get my foam roller out after I'm done with the stretch here. Next one is a standing adductor stretch. So we'll start stretching the left. So kind of hinge into a side lunge on this right leg and lean over your left leg. So you should feel a nice stretch on the inside of your left thigh here. Try and elongate both sides of your body so you're not just curling over. Keep your back straight, spine long, and stretch the inside of that thigh. Go ahead and switch sides. So push your hips back on the left side now, and then lean your body over the right side, keeping both sides of your body nice and long. You don't want to get a cramp in your obliques here. And breathe. Next one's going to be a standing IT band stretch. So go ahead and stand up, cross your right foot in front of your left, bring your left arm up, and then lean towards your right. So you should feel a stretch all throughout your left side, and probably a little bit down the side of your left thigh. You can also bend down into this stretch here. Once you bend over, you'll probably feel a little bit more in the thigh. Switch your legs, so left over right. And now lean to your left side, stretching out that right side. Breathe into it. And you can also try that bent over crossover stretch to get more into the side of your thigh. Next one's going to be a kneeling stretch. So left knee back, right foot forward. Tuck your hips under and lean forward into this hip flexor stretch. You should feel a stretch in the front of your hip. To intensify it, you can reach your left arm overhead, lean away from that hip. switch. So right knee behind, left foot in front. Tuck those hips under like a dog tucking its tail between its legs. Shift your weight forward until you feel a nice stretch in the front of that right thigh, the front of that right hip. And if you want, you can reach your arm overhead, get a little deeper in that stretch. Next one is a supine figure 4 stretch. So cross your left ankle over your right knee, pull your right shin towards you as you lay on your back. You should feel a stretch into that glute. You can push your knee away from you to feel a little bit more, or pull that knee closer in. If that's too much, you can just grab behind your thigh. But if you're pretty flexible, you can grab that shin, get deep into that glute. Go ahead and switch sides here. So right ankle over left knee. Draw your left shin towards your chest. Flex your foot on that right foot. So draw your right toes towards your knee. Get a nice hip stretch here. All right. And the double beep means that we're done. So, like I said earlier, I'm going to go get my foam roller, do a little extra foam rolling, since that was a pretty hard lower body strength workout. But thanks for sticking with me through that workout. Hopefully that was a great workout for you runners out there, building your lower body strength and your core strength, so you can get running faster, stronger, and with less injuries. So, thanks for joining me.